Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all safe and healthy. So today I'm back at the Al Cars company to take a look at the 2022 model of the 4 Series Gran Coupe, and in this video I'll let you know everything about the car from the exterior to the interior, and in the end I'll let you know if it is a good buy or not. And before we go ahead with the video, I just wanted to give a big thanks to Al for allowing me to come here and make the video with the 4 Series Gran Coupe. So to show my appreciation, I want you guys, the viewers, to go ahead and follow them on the Instagram page. The link will be in the description below, and let them know on the latest post that you came there after watching my videos, so that in future I'll get access to more of their cars, and they do have a really nice collection. Do take a look at them at their Instagram page. And if you're watching this video from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, the location link for their showroom will be in the description below, so do come here and check out their collection. They do have premium collection and non-premium collections as well, so there's something for everyone. And that's all I wanted to say. And if you're new to the channel, guys, do leave a like and do subscribe to the channel as well, and do turn on notifications so that you'll be the first ones to know when I upload later videos. And now let's take a look at the 4 Series Gran Coupe. Alright guys, so here it is, the 2022 model of the BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe. This particular model is the BMW 430i, and it is rear wheel drive only. In Saudi Arabia we get 3 models. We have the 420i, then we have this 430i, and then we have the M440i, which comes with the X-Drive all-wheel drive. And these are the only 3 variants. In other markets you do get the X-Drive variant for the 430i as well, but here in Saudi Arabia we don't have that model. So let's talk a bit about the 4 Series Gran Coupe and where it stands in the BMW lineup. So the 4 Series Gran Coupe is essentially a 4-door version of the 4 Series Coupe, and obviously the 4 Series is based on the 3 Series, so you can kind of say that this is a much more stylish version of the 3 Series, because it has a coupe roofline at the back and it has a much better looking body as well. And also it is a bit more practical, which I'll show you later on, and that's basically how you can describe it. Kind of like the CLA is to the A-Class sedan, so it's a much more coupe shaped body, but below it is the same car as the A-Class sedan, so that's the kind of idea going on over here. And let's talk about the competitors though. The BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe actually does not have a lot of competitors. There is no competition from Mercedes right now. Mercedes only has the CLA, which kind of competes with the 1 Series or 2 Series Gran Coupe, and then you have the CLS, which kind of competes with the 8 Series. So in the middle ground, Mercedes don't have anything. But the major competitor for the 4 Series Gran Coupe comes from Audi, and that is the A5 Sportback. So instead of the standard A4 sedan, the A5 Sportback has a much more coupe shaped body, and that's where you can see kind of the similarities between this and the A5 Sportback. So now let's talk about the design. Obviously the main defining feature of the 4 Series when it was launched was this grille, and I think I've gotten used to seeing this grille now, and I don't think it's that ugly. Especially if you see the grille in front of your eyes, I think you won't mind it as much, because the number plate also kind of breaks the design, and it does look pretty good in person. The photos do make it look weird, but in person it does look really good. Then here we have the nice thin LED headlights, which look like this when they're turned on, and you can also see the indicator inside. And this particular headlight is the standard BMW LEDs, but if you want you can get the laser LEDs as an option as well. And this particular 430i has the M kit on it, so it's basically like an M Sport package. You have a much more aggressive bumper and you have side skirts and a much more aggressive rear bumper as well. It just makes the whole car look a lot more sporty, and this is how the standard 430i Gran Coupe looks. So pretty bland, and I think you should opt for the M kit right away when you're looking to buy this car, because it just looks that much better. And with the M kit you get this nice air intakes on the side, and you have the air breathers, so the air goes from here and comes out the side. I'll just show you that. The chrome on the grille that you see over here, you can black it out with the shadow exterior package, and I think you should do it because it makes the car look a lot more sporty and aggressive. And then you have your front camera right here. Okay, so let's move on to the side, and the side is where the main change is when compared to the standard 3 Series. You can take a look at the coupe roofline that goes all the way to the back over here, and obviously you have a different looking rear side as well. I'll show it to you later on, but first let's talk about some of the features on the side over here. And let's start with the wheels. And as standard you get 18-inch rims, but this one has the upgraded 19s, and you can take a look at how good they look. And I think this design is one of my favorites for the 4 Series Gran Coupe. There are other designs as well, but this one I do like a lot. Then you can see, since this has the M Sport package, you have the M brake calipers in red inside over here. You can also get them in blue, but I think the red does look pretty good. And you also have the M badge on the rims. So this particular rim, like I told you, is 19 inches in diameter, and it sits on a 245 section tire with a 40 series sidewall. So a reasonable sidewall, which will definitely help you in ride quality. Then moving along the side, you have your M badge here, and then you have the air breather or air curtains right here. So I think this is a functional vent. I hope you can just take a look over there. So this is a functional vent which allows the air to move smoothly down the side, and it definitely improves your efficiency. Then here you have your side mirrors, and you have your blind spot camera as well, and you have your indicators on this side as well. One thing I do like about the new 4 Series Gran Coupe are the door handles, because on the standard 3 Series the door handles are kind of like this, the old design, but this door handle design is really nice, and the way it is integrated flush. And you also have keyless go and entry. And there we go, you see it unlocked, and that's how the door operates. And to lock it, you can just press it here and the door locks. So you have keyless entry and go. You do have some black plastic side skirts. And then we come to the rear wheel. So the rear wheel is also 19 inches, but it is wider than the fronts. So it is a 255 section tire, and it is a 40 series sidewall again. So a wider tire means it has a staggered setup, narrower in the fronts, wider at the backs. And this is not all-wheel drive. This particular car is rear-wheel drive. So all of the power will be going here. So that's why the rear wheels are wider than the fronts. Then this is the section of the car that is mostly changed when compared to the 3 Series, and you have Coupe roofline, as you can see, which goes all the way to the back over here. And you do have the rear design from the 4 Series Coupe. And by the way, I cannot show you the whole thing because there is a car right behind it. So this is the angle I can show it to you from, and you can see we have the 430i badge, and you have the BMW badge here, and you can see the rear camera is integrated into it, which I think is a really nice design feature, because in some places when the camera is placed over here, it might catch a lot of dirt when especially you're driving through a muddy road. So the camera will catch a lot of dirt, and later on you'll have your problems. But since the camera is placed over here, usually the dirt does not come till here, so you're fine over there. Then with this being the M Sport model, you do have a different kind of rear bumper design. So this part of the bumper is a bit different, and you can see you have circular tailpipes, and they are real exhaust, by the way. And again, you have a fake diffuser, but it's just there for a design purpose. And this is how the standard 430i looks without the M body kit. So again, pretty bland. So again, I suggest you that if you're looking to buy the 4 Series Gran Coupe, you should select the M kit option. So that's all for the exterior. Let's take a look at the practicality now, especially over here in the rear section, because that's where BMW have made a lot of improvement when compared to the standard 3 Series. So to open the boot, you can use your key fob, or you can use a button on the tailgate, or you have a button in the interior as well. I'll just use the button over here, and you can see it's an electrically operated boot, and it is a hatch design rather than a standard sedan boot or saloon boot. This is the reason why many people might consider the 4 Series Gran Coupe over the standard 3 Series, because you do have a hatchback tailgate, which definitely makes it easier for you to load your items or cargo items and remove them as well. And in terms of space, when the second row of seats are folded up, you have 470 liters of space, or 16 cubic feet, which is pretty impressive. By the way, in some magazines I saw that they quoted 17 cubic feet for the 3 Series, but obviously the difference will be quite a bit, because you have a lot more vertical storage when compared to the horizontal storage on the 3 Series. And when you fold down these seats, you get 1290 liters of space, which is 45.5 cubic feet. Again, pretty impressive, and you have all that vertical space to store items as well. Then some of the features around the boot: you have an LED light, you have some tethering points, you have some storage spaces around the sides, but for some reason I don't find a 12-volt socket, and also you cannot lift this boot floor, so you don't have any underfloor storage over here, and it is just fixed as it is. So I think that's all the practicality in the boot. Okay, so now let's talk about the engines. So like I told you, we have the 420i, the 430i, and the M440i. Both the 420i and the 430i use a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, and here in this 430i, this engine produces 245 horsepower and 400 newton meters of torque, which is 295 pound-feet, and it is attached to an 8-speed ZF gearbox, and it is again rear-wheel drive, like I told you. And the overall curb weight of this 4 Series Gran Coupe is 1720 kilos, or about 3,800 pounds, which is pretty heavy, by the way, for the class in which this 4 Series Gran Coupe competes. And this whole package can take this car from 0 to 100 in 6.2 seconds, and you have a top speed of 250 kilometers per hour or 155 miles per hour. Again, if you have the M drivers package, then you get the top speed increased to 250 kilometers per hour. Otherwise, I think it is like 230 kilometers per hour. So that's all to say in the engine bay. And by the way, if you go for the M440i engine, you have a 3-liter inline 6, which is again turbocharged, and that has 374 horsepower. So if you do want performance, that is the choice you have to go for. And otherwise, I think the 430i is a pretty nice middle ground. And I don't think any full-fat M version will be coming for this 4 Series Gran Coupe. I think it's only limited to the standard 3 Series sedan and the 4 Series Coupe. So now that we are done over here, let's take a look at the interior now. So before we head to the interior, let's talk about the price. So the price of this 430i Gran Coupe is 349,000 reals. I'll convert it into dollars for you guys. Do keep in mind that the prices of the cars here in Saudi Arabia is higher than the US markets and the European markets, because you have import taxes and VAT and stuff. So that's why the prices are higher. I think that's all there's to say about the price. And let me just show you the fuel efficiency as well. So the fuel efficiency of this particular car, since this has the 4-cylinder, is 16.6 kilometer per liter, and this 4 Series Gran Coupe has a 60-liter fuel tank, so it is pretty nice. And this is one advantage you will have if you go for this 4-cylinder model. The 6-cylinder M440i does have mild hybrid tech that is there to improve the fuel efficiency, but the 4-cylinder models are definitely better than the 6-cylinder for fuel efficiency. So now that's done, let's head on to the interior. Okay, so my favorite feature on the 4 Series Gran Coupe is the frameless windows, which look pretty good, and they also kind of improve the perceived luxury aspect of the 4 Series, so that is a nice touch. Then let's come to the door trim, and this particular model has this two-tone black and red interior. And let's start with the quality up top over here. So this part, as expected from BMW, is pretty nice and soft. This particular model has the upgraded Harman Kardon speaker system, so you have one over here. Then coming down, you have the aluminum door handle, and the overall aluminum trim over here looks pretty good. And then you have your central locking here. Then we come down over here to find the red leather, which is again nice and soft. And then you have gray stitching over here. It's not white, it does look like it, but it is gray. And then here you have your memory seating controls, your window controls, and your side mirror controls as well, which are foldable. You get that as standard, it looks like. Then over here you have a speaker grill sort of material. It might be a speaker, I'm not sure though, but it does look like it. And then down below you have some more soft touch material over here. Inside you have your button to open the tailgate, and you have a decent amount of door storage as well. Then moving here, you have your M seal plates, which are not illuminated. And then we take a look at the seats. So these seats are standard sport seats, and they look pretty good in this red leather. You do have quite a few different options for your leather color, but I think the red does look pretty good. And these are electrically operated, by the way, so you have your lumbar adjustment, height adjustment, and all that stuff. And then you have your manual thigh support right here, like all BMWs. Then here you have your light controls, you have your latch to open the hood, and those are your pedals. Now let's take a seat inside and I'll show you around the interior. Okay guys, so I am in the interior of the BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe, and I don't think you should expect a lot of changes over here in the interior, because it is pretty much similar to the standard 3 Series and the 4 Series Coupe. So you can see it's the basic design that BMW have been continuing for quite a while, but they have recently changed it in the new i4, the new i7, the iX as well, and the new 7 Series has a pretty nice new dashboard. So hopefully maybe in the next generation of the 4 Series that dashboard will be coming to this as well. But let's talk about the quality first. So the quality, as expected from a BMW, is nice and soft. You have soft touch material all the way till there, and then you can see we have this kind of pattern material over here. You don't feel the designs, but it does have aluminum type of design look on it, but it does uplift the cabin a bit. And you do have different options for the trim as well. If you want wood, you can go for that. If you want carbon fiber, you can go for that. Overall build quality from BMW, as expected, is pretty good. The center console does not have a lot of flex to it. Let's talk about the displays now. So you do have a 12-inch display right over here, and another 12-inch display over here as well. This is using the iDrive 7. Then we come to the steering wheel. So the steering wheel is a typical BMW steering wheel, and since this has the M package, you have an M steering wheel. So it's a nice chunky steering wheel, pretty thick, and you have your paddle shifters at the back, and here you have your indicator controls, and here you have your wiper controls. And this is a manually adjustable steering wheel, it's not an electric one, but I think that's fine. Then on the steering wheel itself you have your cruise control, and here are some of the buttons like for your meter controls and stuff, and those are all the controls on the steering wheel itself. Here you can see we have the infrared sensor, which basically reads your face if you're attentive or not, so that it will control the safety systems according to that. And then currently on the display you can see in the center you can see they're showing you the map over there. And if you press this button over here, you do have some different controls. So this is just for your meter control, and you can go through different settings as well. So there you can see odometer, then we have this horsepower stuff, then G meter, then we have I think this is also another radio control, and you have your drive mode selector as well. Then we come to the central display. So the central display is basic iDrive 7. It is nice and responsive. You have your navigation in it. Then you have your media controls, phone controls, you have your car settings, driver information, vehicle status, all that stuff. Then you also have your apps, so Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and that's it. If you want to know about this system in a bit more detail, you can take a look at my 5 Series video or X6M video as well. Even in the X4 video I have explained this system in depth, so you can take a look at them. Then down below you have your AC vents, you have a hazard button, your active safety system button, and then you do have some climate control buttons as well. This particular model does not have the heated seats or ventilated seats, but good to see that you have your physical climate control buttons over here. Then down below you have your touch sensitive media controls as well as your volume knob as well. Then we come down and you can see we have some more leather over here to protect your knee, and then you have that same aluminum kind of trim over here, and it is a cubby hole by the way. So as you can see I have the key right now over there, but over here you have your wireless charger and you can place your phone over there. Then you have a 12-volt socket, a USB port, and you do have your cup holders as well. Then we come over here and you can see we have the gear selector for your 8-speed automatic and your iDrive controller as well, with shortcut buttons to control the display. Then here you have your traction control button, camera button, parking sensors, and auto start stop. So let me just show you the cameras. So this is your rear camera, and this is your front camera. Then here you have your rear camera view. Then here you have your side blind spot view. Actually currently I have the door open on this side, that's why it's not showing any image over there. Then you do have park assist, reversing assistant as well. So those are your camera settings. Then here you have your start stop button and you have your drive modes as well. So let me just show you the drive modes. So we have sport, then we have comfort, and we have eco pro. So we'll just keep it in comfort. Then you have an auto hold function and you have an electronic parking brake as well. Then we come to the central armrest, which is nice and soft, and you do have quite a bit of storage inside, and you also have a USB-C. Then you have a decent sized glove box which is lined with felt, so anything you keep inside won't rattle around or scratch as well. Then up top here you have your rear view mirror, and you also have your lights. So to turn on the lights you have this button over here, and they turn on and they look pretty good as well. This particular model does have a sunroof as well, and this is your control over here, and you can see the sunroof opens up. So this is not a panoramic sunroof, but BMW have increased the size of the standard sunroof just for the 4 Series Gran Coupe. And here you have your sun visors with your vanity mirror with the light up top. And let's talk about the space inside. So as you can see, I do have an okay amount of headroom. I'm 6'4" or 195 centimeters. And from there, I think you can exactly guess how much space you might have in the 4 Series Gran Coupe. So I am a bit on the taller side, so that's why my head is touching over here. Basically it's the cap that's touching the roof line over here, but without the cap I am fine. These sport seats are a bit body hugging because I am on the larger side, but I think any person who has an average body size will be fine, so no need to worry about it. And I think that's all there is I can show in the front. Let's take a look at the back seats and see the space over there. So okay guys, now at the rear doors of the 4 Series Gran Coupe you do have the frameless windows as well, which again I do like a lot. And then you do have the same sort of materials that you have in the front, so all soft touch materials. And then you have your speaker system with your door handles, and you can see the ambient lighting as well. Then here you have a window switch, and you do have some storage space over here. And I was right, this was a speaker grill, as you can see the Harman Kardon branding over there. And you do have a decent amount of door storage as well. One thing I'm sad to say though, I cannot fit in the rear seats of the 4 Series Gran Coupe. I do not have a practical amount of headroom, so basically I cannot sit straight. And also in terms of the knee room, I have this front passenger seat set to average position, but still I don't have space to sit inside. But I'll just show you the features from over here. So you can see these are the rear seats, and you do have your isofix points right over there. You can see the armrest that has the closable cup holders, and over there you can see, I'll just zoom in for you guys, you have the climate control system. So this particular car has the 3-zone climate control, so that's why you have some more controls for your AC vents at the back as well. You do have quite a big hump in the floor in the middle, so basically seating 3 people will be impossible, and this car is not a very wide car, so again sitting 3 will be impossible. I think it's best for average size adults all around. I am very comfortable in the front seats, but the rear seats are not for someone who is very tall, so that is one thing you should check if you are looking to buy this car. And overall I think that's all I can show about the 4 Series Gran Coupe. So guys, that was the video on the BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe. I hope you enjoyed it a lot. And what do I personally think about it? I think it is a pretty nice alternative to the Audi A5 Sportback, and it is definitely a lot more stylish than the 3 Series. But the 4 Series Gran Coupe is not for someone like me. It is for someone who is of average size. I was comfortable in the front driving seat, but in the rear seats I couldn't even sit. To sit inside, somebody will have to fold me, and only then I'll be able to fit. So that's one issue with the 4 Series Gran Coupe that you have to take a look at first before considering to buy it. But overall, the 4 Series Gran Coupe is a really good car for those who can fit inside, and being a BMW, it is definitely good to drive as well. So I think you should highly consider it, and that's all I had to say. So if you enjoyed the video guys, do leave a like and do subscribe to the channel as well, and do turn on the notifications so that you'll be the first ones to know when I upload later videos. And thanks for watching guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and bye bye.